here. 30 yards from Brandon Walters. He missed from this exact spot in the first quarter. But this one is true. He pulled the first one wide left. Walters has responded from that first miss, make a pair of field goals, and it gets Centerville to within 1 point.
And again, you just saw a much more confident, clean kick out of Walters. We haven't quite seen that this game.
Walters kicks a squibber this time on the Zinks kickoff. Kick off your tailgating at Zinks. Springboro does the wise decision when the ball's just kind of swarming around like that. Just fall on it.
Well, they tried to once, and it got away from the first, and you fall on it. But this is about where Springboro started the last time, because it just seems like every kickoff they were getting a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. So not necessarily a bad decision, especially when you see where it ends up.
Here's how the Goodwill Auto Auction scoring drive summary went. The drive capped off by that 30-yard field goal by that man right there, Brandon Walters. Again, he's just a sophomore. Now 2 for 3 tonight. That puts him at 5 for 6 on the year.
Yeah, he's a guy that between his, we haven't seen him punt, but between his kicking, his punting, likely going to be getting some Division I looks.
Foley's got some room up the middle, then cuts it to the outside. And that is a good first down run.
When you're able to just get a hat on a hat and steer your defender the way you want, it opens up all kinds of possibilities.
They'll go right back to him. But Centerville's defensive line, well, I had swallowed him up, but then he emerged out of the pile to get up across the 45.
What should have been done.
We go behind the line of scrimmage to the outside. And up near.
So effective on third down this game.
And before the snap, a flag.
And I think there were a couple of guys, but I think on the outside,
dead ball,
a couple wide receivers.
False start, 84, offense, 5 yards, remains third down.
They've shown the ability to drive to the red zone every time they've gotten the ball, but Springboro clinging to a 1-point lead. A lot of pressure, and he's taken down for the sack, shoved out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It'll be a loss of 3 on the play. It'll bring up 4th and long, and I think we'll have to see the Springboro punt team. Don't miss exciting college football action on the American Sports Network Saturday beginning at noon. First up, Charlotte versus Temple, followed by Mississippi State at UMass, and Louisiana Tech faces Middle Tennessee. That is this Saturday, all live on ASN.
Ben Karpinski able to force a lot of that pressure getting into the backfield, but that's a coverage sack right there. Everybody downfield was covered. Nick Kovacs had 2 guys blanketed on him. There was nothing available downfield for Maley, and for the quarterback, he just had to eat that ball.
Second punt of the night for Charlie Kubander. He boomed his first one, but it was so good it rolled into the end zone for a touchback. Check that, his third punt. This one backpedals Shelton inside his own 20-yard line. Makes the first man miss, and then wrapped up just shy of the 30. These two communities have come together in such a great way to all wear those orange T-shirts.
Started distributing bracelets and anything else we can do to just show that we are one.
The herd on them and still donating that money to Matt Greason and the cost for his treatment.
Big third down here for Centerville, and the pass is picked off. Grandin is intercepted on the play by Tischler. Tyler Tischler with his 4th interception of the season. Now tied for the lead in the G-Walk this season.
Centerville that's been plagued with interceptions and turnovers.
And that sets up Springboro in Centerville territory. Great field. Centerville jumping up and down like they've got the ball.
Rodney Roberts was on that right away, and he was screaming at the official. Centerville can't believe that the fumble not being called on that play.
Grant Lugo just
he's incredulous right now. And usually when you're that emotional, you're usually
where there's
smoke,
there's fire.
Right? You're right. Sometimes you just have an emotional response, and this game certainly can elicit that. But it'd be interesting to see if you had a look there, because it's just in a mass of bodies too.
Try to get you a look after this second down play. Bailey, nothing open down the field, so he tucks it and runs, and is able to pick up a yard on the play. But a little bit of extra inspiration there. You can see from that Centerville sideline, that's Grant Lugo again, who, as James just alluded to, was so incredulous after that last call of no fumble. Rafferty was going nuts on the sideline for Centerville, one of the assistant coaches as well. So that may have given them a little bit of a juice, a little bit of spark.
And again, huge third down play right here. You have to come up with a stop if you're Centerville. They're playing with an edge, but again, two plays that really shouldn't have gone for anything have still been able to pick up a couple of yards for Springboro.
Approaching the midway point of the fourth quarter in a 1-point game. Centerville showing blitz. Maley calls off. Still 7 seconds left on the play clock.
And right now, your eyes have to be on where is Nick Kovacs and make sure you have him covered. That is where they've gone to in these situations.
And the play clock got down to 2 and 1, and Ryan Wilhite elects to call a timeout. To get to the 34, and the pass is incomplete over the head of Kovacs. Some contact there. Kovacs wanted a flag, but a big stop from the Centerville defense. We're going to attempt a field goal. Kubander from 57. Does it have enough? No good.
Shy.
About a yard shy, and I wonder if that decision came just a little bit too late. Kubander was rushed getting out there.
He looked very calm though kicking that ball. He looked like he was settled and ready to go any change. But this is the thing that
with Brandon at quarterback, and he hits Shelton, so that's a first down. Up crop 5. Shelton's been a reliable
the range that Centerville's in right now.
Brandon pulls it late. That was dangerous. It's going to go as a negative play for Centerville, but it could have been much worse.
In the air in a hurry.
Under 4 minutes to play. Brandon with time steps into a throw, but it's way short. I don't know if that slipped out of his hands, because that didn't look good coming out. And you can see that Brandon appears to be kind of wiping off his hand, maybe a little bit of perspiration, sweat on the football on his hand, and it looked like it just slipped right out. Going the empty set, 5 wide receivers. Brandon over the middle, and the pass is complete.
DeBoard there hauling that in. Great concentration. And he's talking to the official wanting a hit. He went down, so in high school you're down, so you don't need to have any contact, and I think that's what he's discussing with the official.
It's a good clean catch by DeBoard.
There's no penalty there. That's a good no call from the official.
They go with the screen to the outside, and the 5 wide receivers. This time Shelton in motion. They fake it to Shelton. DeBoard keeps it up across the 45. That'll bring up 3rd and medium. His 9. 3 minutes to go. They go to Core, and he's got a lot of room. Bounces it to the outside. Core inside the 10, and he scores, and Centerville's back in front.
They've done this so well in this game, running the ball up the middle. The hole was wide open up the middle, and then he just outruns everybody.
Trying to get another stop here. DeBoard with a lot of room, and DeBoard gets in for the 2-point conversion. So it's a touchdown lead for the Elks with 2:51 to play.
Couldn't ask for more from this game right now, and everyone in the stadium is thinking DeBoard's going to get it, and I think it's because of that last touchdown. They bit way too hard, Springboro's defense did, on the run. I think most people knew that DeBoard was going to keep that ball, and the read was there, and once he pulled that ball, there was no chance to stop him. But Springboro, they've still got 2 timeouts. They've got 3 minutes. That's ages for their offense. That is plenty of time for them to come down and answer. But now every play is that much more critical. But tremendous job from DeBoard.
Let's send it down to Natalie on the sideline with more on how Springboro's responded.
You know what, guys? It's kind of like when you get the wind knocked out of you. They were.
See how Springboro can respond. Kovacs trying to get a big return, but he only gets back up to the 20 on that Zinks kickoff. Pick up your tailgating at Zinks of Centerville. Huge play.
There is a fire right now on Centerville's side. You watch how every player, all 22 that were on that field, ran on the kickoff. 11 guys flying around in white shirts, and you can just see a deflated sideline right now from Springboro. They're bouncing up and down on the sideline for Centerville. This game has completely swung its momentum And Springboro, you think you got to go back to Mr. Reliable, number 16, Nick Kovacs.
So it comes down to this with 2:46 to go. Brody Maley with some time. And he goes to the near sideline. And it is to Nick Kovacs, and he does have a catch.
And that play was designed from the beginning for him if Haynes is still locked up one-on-one.
Good enough for an Orthopedic Associates of Southwest Ohio, first down. Maley with time again. Throws again to Kovacs, rinse and repeats.
Trying to bracket Kovacs on that play, corner underneath, but there was still way too much of a window. When they've been 2.5 minutes between these two teams.
Well, we still have more than that left with 2:35 to go. Maley looking deep, has Tischler. And it's incomplete, just out of the outstretched arms of Seifert, excuse me. It looked like he had Seifert over his shoulder. This week's Thursday Night Lights trophy donated by TJ Awards Company, and that is still very much up for grabs with 2:30 to go. The winning team will be hoisting that. James Rod will be down on the sideline.
The way this game is
giving
going,
it to yet.
That's going to be like the Lombardi Trophy. Centerville saw how Springboro celebrated a year ago. I'll tell you what, no matter how this one ends, somebody is going to be going nuts and wouldn't be more thrilled to get that trophy.
So after back-to-back completions, the Kovacs, that's the first incompletion of the drive, brings up 2nd and 10. Maley facing a little pressure this time over the middle. He had Kovacs, but just out of his reach. If Kovacs...
He would have one safety there behind him, and he can get a first down.
And it is DeBoer behind center. Would be surprised if he lets go of this ball. He's looking for the edge. He's got no room. It'll be a loss on the play. So the Panther defense does its job. They'll reset the play clock at 25 seconds once they spot the ball. The clock's still rolling at 1:30.
And it's so interesting in these situations, you watch officials, and on one side you're thinking, why are you going so fast? On the other, you're screaming, saying, why are you taking so long? But you have to credit the officiating crew and the ability to just try to stay in the moment. And Cannon Roundtree, who's a returner and a backup quarterback for Springboro, is the return man.
And the snap goes on the turf, and Springboro recovers. What do we just say? You need a good clean snap.
It is pandemonium on Springboro's side right now. Unbelievable. The bad snap, and now instead of just having a bad punt, it goes,
oh, it hit his own player in the head.
And now 52 seconds to move less than 20 yards. That is all day and then some for Springboro.
Springboro can essentially do whatever it wants. Maley rolling out, tucks it, and goes out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
So you can get a first down still. Clock not critical, but you also cannot be throwing too many things over the middle. You have the time to work the middle of the field if you need it. You just can't do that 2 or 3 times.
The Panthers in the Donato's edge-to-edge delivery zone.
And there's going to be a lot of people watching this replay on ABC 22 Sunday at noon, especially Springboro people that were leaving this stadium early.
Panthers will go empty set. 5 wide receivers. Maley looking to the near side, and he's picked off. Intercepted. Riley Pulton saves the day for Centerville.
Wow. Talking about a guy that's thrown 1 interception coming into this game, throws 2 on the final 2 drives for Springboro. What a swing in the last minute of this game. Absolutely unbelievable.
He was looking for Kovacs over the middle, but Kovacs hadn't even turned his head when that ball was thrown.
Kovacs not quite ready for it and not expecting that ball just yet. Maybe rushed a little bit. Wow.
This game just has a weird way of playing out. The last couple of years have come down to the final minutes, and this one certainly didn't disappoint. And Centerville is going to be able to just take a knee and clock this. Springboro with no timeouts remaining. That guy right there, Austin Haynes, came up with a big interception a little bit earlier in this quarter, but after the botched snap on the punt, it looked like Springboro was destined to win this game. As the clock winds down to 0, pulls out the win here at Springboro. Another thriller, 28-21. What a ball game. Coaches exchange handshakes. We're going to have the trophy presentation as well as the play of the game and player of the game all coming up. Riley Polton with that interception to seal the victory for the Centerville Elks. The postgame show coming up next on USA Installation Thursday Night Lights.